good day and welcome to Real Talk with Hadassah. They were told they would never make it. Maybe they thought they were crazy. Two Chabad girls, 21 years old, not married yet, wanting to start their own seminar program in Israel. This has never been done before. You will never make it. They insisted. They had a vision, they had faith, and lots of willpower. A year later, these two girls run a 20-people staff program and 31 girls from all over the world through an incredible year of Corona and the war. Based in Har Shmuel, they are the directors of Uriah Jean Schottenstein Institute. Welcome, Itty Andrusier from Miami and Leah Goldsmith from Dallas. I'm so excited to have you.
We are very happy to be here.
So you're 21, 22. You are engaged to be married. I just heard, so mazal tov, magia lach, like we say. At 21, I didn't know what I was doing. The day after tomorrow, you are running a program, a staff. What's going to be when you're going to be 40? You're the incredible.
It scares me.
That's my same question.
How did you two meet?
So, we actually met in Australia. We were doing our seminary year in Ohel Chana in Melbourne. Mm-hmm. And we right away, I think, honestly, the first time that we met, they were having this event where everybody chopped their hair off. It was like one of the first day of school, and we're like, okay, we're doing it. We were the only, some of the only people that did it, and I was like, this girl's cool.
That's when your love affair started. You are both daughters of big Chabad shluchim, what I found is that Chabad girls are very secure of themselves. They know where they're going, they know the world, they know how to move, how to speak. Do you think this helped you, where you come from, become and do what you're going to tell us now?
100%. At the age of 2 years old, we were put up on a table in front of everyone to say a Dvar Torah. So after all the years of being in the public eye, of people really looking up to you and you being told that you're an example and that you represent the Chabad Lubavitcher Rebbe, you feel this sense of responsibility and pride. So naturally you become a leader and you want to share and you want to be that one that stands out, especially when it's for something so meaningful.
And I think that something the Rebbe was very strong about and innovative was that every single person, no matter the age, was a shlucha of the Rebbe. And he sent people all over the world to countries where they didn't speak the same languages. So they just were instilled with this confidence of, we're on a mission and we have a goal, and it doesn't matter what's going to come along the way, we're just going for the goal. Okay,
this is amazing, but not every girl that doesn't like a sem or can't find herself goes and makes her own sem.
So, no, it's actually really important that you brought that point up, because we actually had an amazing experience in seminary. We were in Australia and we had amazing educators, a really great experience, and it was actually because we loved it so much that we felt that there needs to be more options for the girls that there's no space for, or not only no space, but more of a catered program towards them. Maybe they're not necessarily the most academic, or even they want to pursue something in their personal or business development. They want to be more involved with the community. So we wanted it to be a really full, well-rounded program that included everything. And we felt that this is a year where girls really decide the direction of their life, to give them a full sense and scope of what they could be involved in, what they could do, and to really believe in themselves. It won't, give them the answers for everything, but it will definitely give them tools to continue growing and working after the year ends.
That's amazing. The thing is that I don't want to know all the details behind the scenes, but two girls decide to make a SEM. Where do you go next? You have to get sponsors, you have to get teachers, people that need to believe in you. You are the same age of the girls that you are directing.
We actually went onto Google and we searched how to open a school, and there were 0 results.
There you go. You have to write the first one.
And then we were talking and we're like, okay, first we have to see if people are interested in this, because once you have the interest, everything else, people want in on it. So we first reach out to teachers and we're like, let's just see if they're going to be phased right away. I think it's something unique, honestly, to the educators in Israel here. They right away were like, we want to be part of this. This is amazing. And we're like, wait, people actually want this. It's crazy.
And they believed in you? They trusted you?
We actually had funny experiences where we would meet with teachers and we were just emailing them, so I had no idea who we were. We just said we're starting a school, we would love to, hear your educational advice, discuss if you maybe want to be a teacher, and we asked all our friends from all the other schools, Balchuva programs, seminaries, who are your favorite teachers. So those are the ones we met with, and when we would meet them at a coffee we or in an office, we would see whoever looks the most confused, looking for who they're meeting. They'd be like looking around, and we're like, it's us. And first they took a minute just to like compose themselves, and then they would sit with us and be like, nice to meet you. So you're this, and they just took a minute because I think they would imagine us like wigs and 40 years old and just a little bit of a different image. So that was also really inspiring. It also like gave us a sense of we're doing something big here and we're doing something, that people are inspired by. And I think that all of our staff, we give them huge credit because we would never be able to do it without them. Everything we were told, advice, ideas, we right away implemented, and I think that's the success of a school. Not that it's our idea. We had an idea to start it, but everything that we do in our school is from, I can't even tell you where it came from. It's from everyone, and we took it's really a group effort, even from the girls. So they helped us build this.
You find a place, you come to Israel, you find a place. I mean, I'm running through something that you probably took for a year to. You find a place, you don't even speak the language well. This is Israel, it's a different mentality. You get parents to trust you to send their girls. Like, were you scared? Did you have a moment of like despair where you're thinking, what are we doing? We're crazy?
So I think only once the year started, I remember the first day me and Itty, like all the girls arrived, and before we were just riding on that high of excitement, we're doing something big here. And I think that actually comes pretty natural to both of us. And when it came to like all the girls showing up, we kind of looked at each other and we're like, what are we doing? Send everyone home?
This is so cute. We're like, oh, you have your suitcases? Guys, nice to meet you. Just put it back on the bus. So cute. Like, this was a joke. We were like, what are they doing here? It felt so real, and that was so surreal.
And I think that part of what Itty was saying before about listening to other people, which lends itself to the confidence that you build, that you're not going to know everything, and you just have to know who to go to for the things that you don't know. I think we were in it together. We were in it with so much people, and we never said like, okay, we're trying to sell this to people. We're like, this is what it is. We're just going to tell people about it. Yeah. And people were excited about it.
That's incredible. When I'm sure that you've had moments, when did you feel like you had the moment of, okay, we made it, we did it?
Actually, there were a few moments where I just sat back and you can't even explain the feeling. You're so full, like if my body could just fly away, it was happening. But I would say one time we took the girls on a trip, and our program is very about experiential learning. Girls go out, they learn, and they really remember it because they're on the land and they're experiencing it with seeing it. And we went on this desert trip in Tekoa, and we did like a desert night dance party. And we're sitting there, and all the girls were just so happy. And we just finished a few months of school where they were learning and growing, and we see all these girls, friendships, just confidence. Girls wouldn't even dance in the beginning. They're like, these girls are going all out, and I just stood back. We went up to the rocks on the top. There's like disco lights everywhere, and I was like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was
I think
crazy.
It's a lot of the small moments, like when you see girls learning together, making friends. But one big thing as well, we had a weekend in Tzfat that was commemorating the yahrzeit of Rabbi Aryeh Leib Kaplan. So all the Chabad seminaries come together, and obviously we were joining, and we were sitting at this head table with these brilliant educators that have been in this business for many more years than we have. And me and Itty just being there, it was so crazy and so surreal to see that all this hard work that we put in, to see our girls excited about Yiddishkeit, like just being part of this greater whole of Chabad girls who are going to be the next educators and the next mothers. It was crazy.
I think
you teach also, because you direct this program.
Yeah,
like you have
I think at this point we do everything: change air conditioning filters, we take out the trash. We do teach, yeah. So we teach in the mornings Chassidus. And we actually just implemented this new curriculum on a book called Social Vision that we taught. Yeah.
You have directors, you have rabbis, you have psychologists that come and work with the girls. You have a huge staff, which I met, and you take them on trips. You go on Shabbaton. Do you sleep? You have time to date. You got
actually, I would say at the beginning of the year we had so much adrenaline and rush that we were able to make it. Because I look at us now and I don't know how we made it through the beginning. But the first few weeks when we were in quarantine, the whole country was in lockdown. I remember it was Sukkah's time. We were like, we need a sukkah. That was like, well, we need a sukkah. Our rabbi was in quarantine. Our dorm mother was in quarantine. So it was us. And I remember looking on Chabad.org. I was like, what do you do on sukkahs? I was like, we need it, because our rabbi, that was his role. We built a sukkah. We were like, we need a lulav and Esther egg. So everything just hat off, switching. But now I would say our goal was to master that every person has their area of specialties and their area of being able to take care of the girls, and the staff members really own their role and they take full ownership of it, that we're able to really just oversee and make sure that it's running smoothly.
How do you keep authority on girls that are your age, basically?
So personally, that was my hardest challenge this year at the beginning of the year, because we're trying to be this principal figure. And then we also, what is unique about our program is that we are young, so we are able to connect with the girls on a closer level. And it was something that we kind of had to balance. And I think that what I learned that worked for us as an answer is that we're not trying to be somebody that we're not. You know, I'm not a principal, and I'm also not their friend. What I am is a facilitator of this program that is bringing them to a place where they can experience new things, learn new things, grow and develop themselves. And if that's our focus, then naturally they have the respect for an authority figure, because they respect where we're coming from. And we also do have that companionship with them and personal touch.
Okay, just to finish, you're 20 years old. What's going to be when you're 40? What do you have? A chain of institutions?
I just want to make one point that we didn't mention in the beginning, but I think we both can agree with this, that something that started from the beginning and is continuously helping us throughout this entire process is our families and the support that they have given to us since the beginning. I remember going to my grandparents and my parents, my aunt and uncle, and different community members, and just telling them about our idea, and the way that they took us so seriously and respected us and said, you know, they did think we were crazy, definitely, but they said, are you serious? And when we said yes, they would sit down, we would have meetings, and they really helped us step by step get here. And now, anytime we go through different challenges, which there have been many, and I can tell you crazy stories.
We can do a 40-minute session.
But really just them being there as amazing educators. You know, I know Leah's parents are shluchim in Texas. My grandparents and parents are shluchim in Miami, and they really, they see future, they see growth, they see change, and they're not scared of it. And I think that is something that I would love for everybody to take from, if they gain anything from here. We've been called by other yeshivas, you know, I didn't want to start a yeshiva. Everyone was telling me I'm crazy, but then I saw 2 22-year-olds are starting a school, and I'm starting it next year, which is the biggest thing that I think inspired us, that it's beyond the seminary walls.
Amazing. And I think when you think like that, you open yourself to like this infinite success, that all the challenges that come along the way, it's like you're so happy to give it up because you're reaching something greater, and the view from that vantage point, it's wild up there when you're not bound by the small challenges and the things that hold you back.
Itty and Leah, Oria Jean Schottenstein Institute. I think there's going to be a chain around the world soon. You'll find it like Coca-Cola if they continue like this. Good luck. You're amazing. You're an inspiration. And continue this amazing work. Thank you so much for watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you.